$10,000 to the winner.
Making his first appearance on national television. Goldman will start the match. Weber was the higher finisher in the 42-game qualifier, so he opted to start second, letting Arnie Goldman start first. It's a good decision because he saw Goldman struggling on the right-hand lane.
He gets a strike. Well, Palmer Fahlgren, our scorekeeper here, told me a minute ago when we were in a commercial, Goldman changed balls a minute ago.
Well, I guess he felt loose enough on the right-hand lane when he's making those shots, but he missed the head pin 4 times in a row. You have to make some sort of change. Apparently he tried to make a change with his feet, but equipment is the final adjustment.
Got the eyes on that kid. Squarely on the head pin. Could have been a lot worse.
310.
A little tiny 310 split.
The power of young Dick Weber. I tell you, he could loan his father some of this power. Good 5-step delivery, ideal positioning. Look at the high back swing. Left arm, look at that shoulder, all balanced. Now, tremendous turn at the bottom of the swing. Watch how close he comes to the foul line. Look at that left foot sliding right up to within a half inch of the foul line.
He got it. Nice try. Dick Weber, 17 years old. And he swears up and down. He weighs 136 pounds. I'd love to have a scale.
Well, his daddy was always a very light young man, and especially in his great bowling days, weighed around 120. But they both have the same thing. Dick Weber Sr. had the powerful bowling ball when he was winning all those championships back 10, 15 years ago. His son, Pete, also throws the strong, powerful hooking ball.
That average on the week. In excess of 245. Oh, Brooklyn, but he gets it. Rather be lucky than good.
Well, that's almost beyond luck. You'd have to call this a little divine guidance, Dave. The ball breaking very sharply over the left. Watch the head pin go to the sideboard. Now, Earl Anthony would be proud of that strike, but for a right-hander...
Like saying everybody out of the room. Right?
For a right-hander, it's providential. Arnie Goldman, let's see if he can adjust to the right-hand lane. His days on this tour will be very short. The days on the telecast will be very short if he can't hit this lane.
And he does it. He has a double. Arnie Goldman using a 10 advantage.
And as Fahlgren picked out, he changed balls. A ball that'll break much more sharply at the back end on the right-hand lane. Arnie, a left-hander, has a little stutter step with his first step. Not too big, heel toe. Very much like Dave Davis. 4-step delivery, good release. This is his best week by far, and his form has improved so much. He first came out from Detroit area, Dave Dials, and he struggled. And then he learned a lot about bowling at home, and he's coming back this year, his best year.
Said he made several appearances on a bowling show in Detroit with an old friend of ours and a guy who's just one of the big bowling enthusiasts and a promoter in the Detroit area, Chuck Walby. He's done a great deal for the sport over the years. A good friend of ours.
And helped develop young good bowlers like this. Give him that television experience. Cross lane, the 4-7.
Picks it up. Arnie Goldman with a spare up in the third. Picks up the 4-7. Pete Weber trailing by 8. This kid who started bowling at the age of 2, shoving the ball down the lanes two-handed. And with the weight he has now, it's surprising he doesn't have to do it. But he's strong.
24 games he bowled in the finals. He won 15 matches, lost 9. But that's all by the wayside. He's down to 1-game matches on television.
He goes clear across again, but this time doesn't get nearly the luck and winds up leaving the 5 pin. Why is he going clear across?
Dave, the tendency of all players, I don't care what their name is, their pro bowler, is to pull the ball under pressure. See, Pete turned that ball a little more quickly than he had the other balls, and watch the tremendous break. Now, he should have sent that ball way out by the channel, as we saw in our opening shot that was shot by Greg Shields for us, way out to the edge. Now, you have to trust the ball, or you're going to get on the Brooklyn side.
He's not trusting his game with the ball right now.
No. You know, it's psychological, Dave. When you have to play that outside line or that channel shot, occasionally a player will throw one in the channel, and just the subconscious fear of that makes the player want to pull it a little bit, and when the lanes are hooking this much, you're better off missing to the right. Now, he has a couple of boards to play with out by that edge, and so what he has to settle down is keep his eyes on the target, keep his arm close to his body, and lift the ball way out on the lane. That'll delay the roll and keep it in the pocket.
He has to gamble a little more, right?
I agree. Just make really good shots and send it wide.
Didn't do it. No, it's exactly the same thing again.
leaving the 3-9, and he is leaving himself some tough spares. Now,
Well, he left the 3-10 in the first frame.
Right.
And in the third, he left the 5. Now here he leaves another.
There's Daddy,
spare.
who is a little bit nervous. He knows what's happening. He's been on the television finals many, many times.
He's been on television more than Lawrence Welk.
The tough 3-9.
And he gets it. A fine pickup for Pete Weber. He and Arnie Goldman locked in a good match. We'll be right back.
Every professional bowler has an arsenal of his own, special weapons for special lane conditions. Now, you can have your own arsenal in just 2 bowling balls from AMF. The AMF 3-Dot Classic in hard rubber for normal lane conditions. Now, the AMF 3-Dot Classic in soft rubber for lanes that demand more traction.
In frame number 4, working on a spare. Leading Pete Weber by 10, and he gets a strike. Let's go down now to Bo Burton and Earl Anthony.
With me, probably the most experienced player of the top 5, Earl. The players are struggling out there, the young players, but you hit this house so well. 2 first, a second. You're in position to win your 3rd title here. Why does Earl Anthony bowl so well at Garden City?
Well, I really don't know, to be honest with you. That's the truth. All 4 times that I've had a chance to win here, they've been a different shot. I've played the channel, you know, great, like I am right now. I've been inside the second arrow. I've been between the first and second arrow. Different weights, different ball surfaces, but everything seems to work well for me here. The different shots just seem to carry well better for me than maybe some of the other left-handers, I guess.
Well, Earl Anthony is the man to beat. I pick him as to be the tough guy today, and Chris, good luck, Earl.
Okay. And, right, Chris, Dave, doesn't make any difference. I'm the DH for the Pro Bowlers Tour. Arnie Goldman gets a spare in the 5th, picking up the 8th pin, and he is maintaining a 10-pin edge on Pete Weber, who has changed balls, gone to a Palmer Fogger, what'd you tell me, a harder ball to hold the line a little better. Palmer just mentioned to me that he noticed Pete Weber and Frank Esposito called up, said he has changed the ball. And gets good results with it. You can just tell the trajectory that he had it right there.
And a big confidence builder. When you make the adjustment like that, watch how happy. You see how confident is he now. He sees the ball heading where he wants to. Very animated player, Pete Weber. Now he can get right back into the match. He trails by 10.
No one more animated than Joe Hutchinson, who was on a few weeks ago and won and got legions of fans. And people are asking, where is he, Bo? And you have an answer for that.
Dave, he hurt his shoulder in the Miami True Value Open and has not been back to the tour since then. Pete Weber to even the match.
What did he do? Just looked like he threw it out there, left it out.
Dave, when you change balls, oftentimes you don't get the same feel. The player drills them the exact same way, but he lost that ball at the bottom of the hand. You should hold the ball real light, like holding a bird in your hand or a dove. You have to hold it light enough so that it won't drop, but not too tight to squeeze it and hurt it. So he was letting the ball nice and loose, and it just dropped off his hand. The 1-2-4.
And he picks it up. Nice pickup by Pete Weber. And he has a spare up in the 6th. And Arnie Goldman still leading by 10. A young man who says, I hate luck. He may hate it, but he'll accept it. They're saying, come on, Arnie, and Arnie does come on to an extent, but leaves the 3 and could have been worse.
Really got a good break. He sent that ball wide with almost no leverage on it. One of the keys to good bowling, look at that ball right on the edge, almost in the channel, and look at the tremendous break. It almost came back, but it could have been worse. He could have left the washout or even the 3-10 split. He just made an adjustment, Dave, put a little more tape in his ball. Once again, the thumb hole a little too loose. Keep that good feel.
Didn't have that by too much to spare either.
The way this match is going, it's going to be the fellow who makes the fewest amount of mistakes. Both players
now whether anybody's going to win it, but somebody's going to lose it, I think. That's what